Hi guys, this is Skylar back with a video, this time wanting to go over my E.D.C. I know these videos are often done by people, and this is going to be basically what I carry. This is my rotating E.D.C. It covers different situations and things, such as I work on a military base, and you can see right here is my Glock, and I can't take it with me to work. So you'll see some of these things change, and I'm sure you'll understand why. I know it looks a little bit excessive, but that's me. Okay, basically you see I have my bag here. This is my Condor 2, and it's packed up with everything I want. This is not the contents of that bag. I'll go over the contents in just a second. But you see there I have a fleece. Current temperatures dictate that I need something for warmth. My wallet, my keys, my Casio Pathfinder there is my watch. You'll also see down here I have sunglasses, my Benchmade folder, that's the Griptilian. Then I also have a fixed blade. That one, those two knives actually will interchange a lot depending on which one I want to carry at the time. As most people, have my cell phone. Like I said, there's my Glock 19. I also have my Gore-Tex jacket. It has been very rainy as of late. And then I have my ball cap there. And then I have this here depending on where I'm at, what I'm doing. I usually do have it pretty close by and can put it on anytime I want, and often wear it, is my Gravitas pouch with my little Altoid tin that has the basic necessities of shelter, fire, and water inside. And I have a video on that if you guys want to check that out. But anyway, that's pretty much my E.D.C. as it rotates. But of course the guts of it all is in the pack. So what I'll do is I'll get rid of some of this stuff here, and let's talk about the bag for a minute. Okay guys, well now all the stuff is gone, so this is the externals of this bag. It is a Condor 2 by Maxpedition, and there are really only three things that hang on the outside, so that way it looks very inconspicuous, very normal looking bag. All the green little tabs you see are zipper pulls. I'm actually going to change those just because I don't like that bright green, and I'm probably going to go with a little camo, and that just kind of looks pretty cool, and I work on a military base, so it shouldn't look too odd either. As you can see over here on the side, I put it there because right up in here, use the other side of the pencil, but right here is a little pouch with a Velcro strap, and my surge sits on the side. That's the Leatherman surge. And then I have maps here, probably has 8 to 10 different maps printed out, and each section is vacuum sealed, but of course they're also in a waterproof container there, and I can write on them and things like that and have my marker inside also. And then there's the Sylvan compass here with the Ranger beads. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the Condor. So now what I'll do is just show you what's inside the little pouch at the front top, and hang on one second. Okay guys, this is what's in the front top pouch. It's a fairly small pouch, but it's some things that I often have to get to, and very useful things for me. Anyway, you can see here I have these batteries here. Basically I put this one here to show you. This is not normally in my bag. It clips together like that, and basically inside on each end I have AA and AAA batteries. So I have 4 AA batteries and 6 AAA of the new Quantum batteries, by Duracell with the door lock that lasts for 10 years. So, well, 10 years of storage I should say. You'll also see my Lansky sharpener here, and I also have the slider fire kit, which is, you know, the live fire that many of you have heard me speak about and talk about on forums and things like that. I also have back here, you can't really see it very well, it's a black Phoenix flashlight. Then I also, right over here on the left, see there, is a charger. Basically anything that's USB can plug into it, and it will charge my phones for me, or my tablet, whatever I need charged up. And that's pretty much it for the upper front pouch. And what I'll do is move on to the lower pouch on the front and show you what I keep in there. Okay guys, on the lower front pouch, what I have is also just a few things, one of which I will go more in depth with just a second. But you can see here, that is my sewing kit. I don't think I've ever shown it on any of my videos before, but basically it has buttons, needles, thread, everything I need for basic sewing. It even has blue jean button replacements and what I need to do that in there. I also have bio wipes there. A couple of I have the black Sharpie and the silver Sharpie, and I use those at work quite a bit, so I have those sitting there. And then I have the honey. It's a little honey pouch. You can just unscrew the top and drink the honey out of there. That is for several reasons. Honey has a lot of uses. I won't really go into all that. One of the primary ones is emergency honey for my wife. She is a type 1 diabetic, and I can raise her insulin, her sugar levels pretty easy with that. And then I have 2 chem sticks. But the sewing kit isn't all that impressive, but I do want to show you the fire kit. Hang on one second. Okay guys, here's my fire kit. It's inside this little Maxpedition pouch. I keep it inside the lower front pouch there on the Condor 2. My number one go-to is a tie between my Bic lighter and matches, mainly because I don't smoke or anything like that. So what I do to protect my lighter is I keep it vacuum sealed up in this. For just a quick fire that I wanted to get going, I wouldn't want to break the seal on this and have to do all that again, so matches would be used because they're easier to deploy. But anyway, I have a Bic lighter, vacuum sealed up. That is my number one go-to. Pretty much tied with matches. Now this is an Exotac extra large match cap. I've done a video on this and they're really cool. Like it a lot. Basically I keep stormproof matches and some extra pads for striking. Those are just there just in case something were to go wrong. They're going to be inside the waterproof section. But it also has this pad here on the back. And then it seals up with the rubber seal and all. Also has a strike pad on the bottom, and if you have strike anywhere matches, if that's what you chose to put in, you also have this grid here, and you can light them on that too. So I have matches. That's my second way of getting a fire going. Third would be a ferrocerium rod. I use the Strike Force. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with those. They work really good. Easy to use. Also has the section in the back, and I do have stuff in it. It's just I have a cotton ball and some wet fire down in there. So that would be a third way to get a fire going. Next I'm going to move on to basically the tinder that I do carry. A lot of times if I always say I carry the little makeup pads with the Vaseline inside. In this I'm not doing that. I've kind of moved away from that just because there's no reason to have more than what I have here. I have the Igknight packets here you can get from Kroger. After you buy a box, I don't know the exact price on it, but I think I figured it out one time. It was around 50 cents a pack. So that works pretty good, and they serve the purpose really well, so that's what I kind of use for that. Another form of tinder, you guys have heard me talk about Live Fire. Live Fire is an amazing product. I love it. It does really well. They had it come out with another formula, and they had one, they called it the Slider, that has a ferrocerium rod inside. This is it here, but now I think they're referred to as the Live Fire Sport if you go check them out. And I have links down below for that. But anyway, you'll see it's wrapped up in this vacuum seal bag. That is completely unnecessary. They are waterproof, and it doesn't have to be bagged up like this. The only reason I did that is to keep moisture off the ferrocerium rod that's inside, because from what I understand, the the best way to explain what happens to those if they get wet, even though they are waterproof, and it's not his, it's all ferrocerium rods, they tend to, for lack of a better term, dissolve. So I have this in there just to keep it from getting wet. And I love these things. As you saw before, I had one in the pouch on the top, and I've given these away to a bunch of people, and they really like them a lot. They're great. But anyway, that's the last piece of tinder for that. This here is actually a fire kit in itself. That's why I saved it for last here. This is the Hudson Bay tobacco container or tobacco box. What it has is the magnifying glass on the top that works great. It does really well, so I definitely wanted to have that. But inside, you can see it has the, I guess, straw is what you call it, from Igknight. I have those in there, and then I have 2 of their bricks that they sell are also down in there. So I have tinder in here and everything I need. But what I did is I wrapped the edge with just electrical tape to keep this waterproof. But doesn't weigh hardly anything, and that gives me another source. So basically that's pretty much it for my fire kit, guys. What I'll do now is show you what I put in the back section on my Condor 2, where the water bladders usually go. So hang on one second, guys. Okay, guys, as I mentioned before, I have the Maxpedition Condor 2, and like a lot of bags, it has a bladder section in the back. Now, the Condor, and depending on which one you get, has a pad, so what I'm putting in here doesn't really have any hot spots poking me or anything like that. Works pretty good. I'm doing this different because I wanted you to actually see it all does actually fit without any problem, and I like the way it worked out. Okay, one of the things I have, and as you probably can tell already, I'm a fan of the vacuum sealer. This does a lot of things for me as far as clothing is concerned. It sucks it down to the absolute smallest it can be. It protects it from water and just no odors from any chemicals or anything I have, such as starter fluid or anything like that that I might be using for my stove. Nothing's gonna mess this up. So I just have a plain white t-shirt. That's one of the things that I keep in there. Now you can't tell what's what, so what I did on this, I write it on here. This is an extra shirt. And then this is an extra pair of pants. Okay, that's what's in the back pouch on my Condor. And I know you probably think there are some things missing here, but we'll get to those in a minute. Anyway, that's in the back pouch. Now let's go to the main compartment. Okay guys, this is the contents of the main pouch. I'm going to show you basically what I have and some changes that I'm making. I have a few things on my Christmas list, my wish list, and they're going to be taken care of very soon to make a few changes as far as weight and volume in the bag. Anyway, I'll go through them, and as I get to those things, I'll tell you about the alternatives that I'm hoping to have shortly. One thing I really won't go into, most of the things that you'll say, well, you're missing this or that or whatever. You'll see I have this pouch here, and it has miscellaneous things in it, such as personal medications, things like that. No, there is no fishing kit in here at all, so go ahead and get that out of the way. But everybody's going to have a few little trinkets and knickknacks and things like that that other people don't. That's pretty much what's in that bag there. Anyway, I'll go through the rest of it real quick. This is my everyday carry. It's always with me and right next to me at work. Something that I use a lot is a water bottle. Now, those of you that have seen my other videos, you have seen my Nalgene water bottle like this here that is nasty and black and everything. Well, this one is shiny and clean, and that one is usually at work with me. So I have a Nalgene water bottle. Then, speaking of water, and the first thing that I plan on changing here's the Cadden pump. One of the things that I'm getting is the Sawyer squeeze bag, and I'll put a link down below for that, and I'll put a picture up here so you can see what it looks like. But basically it's good for 100,000 gallons and weighs almost nothing. So that I will recommend to people. Mr. Robert Oliver over at Equip to Endure has been using one for a little while, and I have complete faith in him that he's testing it properly, and he has not gotten sick according to the last time I talked to him. So that's definitely going to be something that changes out, and it will replace that large bulky bag there with the heavy and fragile water pump filter. Okay, next you'll see here I have a schmop. Can be used for multiple things. I don't really have to go into that, I'm sure. Over back here on the left, that's just first aid kit, some basics, a few things in there for cuts, scrapes, and you know, it has a ace bandage in there for sprain or whatever, just simple things that you could cure or treat rather. Also I have a bottle there, the Vargo bottle with denatured alcohol, which will go into my little stove that you see next to it. Then, as you saw earlier, I had change of clothes and everything. Well, here is a pair of socks and another pair of underwear, so those can be changed out too. And I keep another pair of boots in the back of my Jeep, so I can change shoes if I need to. Moving on, you'll see it's kind of dark, you can't really tell, but paracord and bank line there. I have a cutting tool that stays in my bag in case for whatever reason I don't have my other one on my side. But it's basically it's the Steve Randall chopper that I have shown before. Great little knife. Inside this, I don't want to open it because I have shown this before also. This is an Eton or Eton, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It's a radio with a crank and solar and everything, and it's wrapped up in a static bag. It's also EMP rated and everything, so basically that is protected from anything that might happen. And then we'll go on to, this is the military poncho that can be used to make a shelter. And you'll see that heavy may be a bad term, but because it's really not heavy what I've done, but I am shelter heavy here. I have that can make shelter but also protect me from rain. I have the 2-man blanket there, and it's more durable than the little blankets here, what everybody sees is the Mylar blankets. But I have 3 of those. They don't weigh anything, so I keep those in there, but they are fragile, and so here's the tougher one. Then I have the space blanket there under that, and I'm going to try and decide what I'm going to keep, what I'm not. But basically this here is just a 5x7 tarp. It doesn't weigh really hardly anything, and so some of that shelter is going to be exchanged out, and that's going to go in. I'm just going to figure out how I want to do that. But anyway, guys, that is pretty much my E.D.C. That's what's going to be in the main pouch there, and it all fits up inside the Condor just like this. There you go, guys. That's everything in the bag, and that's pretty much what it looks like as I carry it. This is always with me. Now you'll see that I have the banana chips sitting there. The reason I put those there is to let you know there is usually some sort of snack or something in there, and the reason the banana chips were not inside is because I ate them yesterday. This is another bag that will be going in, but I also usually have a bag of banana chip stuff somewhere. But anyway, that's pretty much it, guys. Any comments, I welcome them. Suggestions, gripes, whatever, please feel free, message me. Put it in the comments. But that is pretty much it, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll be back real soon with another video. See ya.